Alright everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, of course. We're going to be doing a Silver Lion grind. With all these new expensive rank 8 planes coming out, I know a lot of y'all are short on cash. I thought I'd go ahead and give y'all a few pointers for the ways I like to grind Silver Lion. So first, I'm doing air right now, then I have tanks coming up, and last is going to be naval. So I would recommend sticking it out and hearing all three of them, because they're all really good ways to Silver Lion grind, but just in case, I'll have these timestamps down in the description. So first of all, we're using actually two things at once. You see, I have the Unstoppable wager running. I had that flashed on screen. 500k reward. You can also run the best squad wager if you prefer while you're in the air, but I would personally just do the Unstoppable instead. It doesn't rely on you having people online along with you. And if you can see, I've also got anti-mech going. So for those of y'all who don't know, Unstoppable is what they renamed. I can't remember what the wager was, but basically it allows you to do all sorts of different things. You can do Thunderer like I'm doing right here. You can try and get the most kills in a match. Basically whatever you prefer, so you don't have to ground pound like I'm doing right now. This is just the most reliable method I found. Now I'm also running anti-mech, and all that does is multiply the amount of Silver Lions you get by 3 during a set time period, as long as you kill the most ground units. So if you're in something like the A10 like I'm in right here, you can see all those Silver Lions that are adding up. As soon as that ends, all that money triples. So anything. That includes shooting down airplanes. So this really means that if you're doing a lot of stuff in this little 5-minute time period that it gives you, you're able to earn a crazy amount of Silver Lions, even if you're not in a premium vehicle, even if you don't have a premium account. In this case, of course, I'm not using a premium vehicle, but I do still have a premium account, but it still gets the point across. So all I'm doing right here, I'm ground pounding. This is going to give me Silver Lions. I'm also going ahead and I'm just keeping an eye on the sky, because if you can kill planes while you're also doing this, it really increases the amount of money you can get. Basically, anything you can do, you want to do while you have this anti-mech running, so long as you're going to get it, which in this case, I believe I kill more than 40 ground takes at the end, so I don't have to worry about it at all, to be honest. But if you're doing best squad, of course, you can always still use anti-mech along with, but it only gives you 250k. With the Unstoppable wager, you just got to get Thunder or get the most kills every single match, or one of the other options, whatever you prefer doing. And then if you do that for 10 matches in a row, then you're going to get free 500k Silver Lions on top of literally everything else you're also doing. So it's a great way to grinding Silver Lions. I say it's the second best, to be honest, but we're moving on to tanks now, of course. It doesn't really matter what you're playing, but the destroy 10 units wage is what I'm recommending next. Now, if you see, I have circled right there where it says RB times 2. You don't actually have to destroy 10 units every single time. That's a common misconception. People don't read the fine print. All you have to do is kill 5 units in RB. That 10 is only for arcade. So if you play realistic or simulator like I do, mostly realistic in my case, then it makes it so much easier. Because 5 kills is very, very achievable. Technically, you can do this in Air RB as well if you're an incredibly good player, but even if you are, you're not guaranteed to get 5 kills match after match in Air RB. There's just not enough players. You know, if you have 12 versus 12, you have to kill almost half the enemy team by yourself to go ahead and get that. Now in Tank RB, of course, we have respawns. So you have plenty of people respawning, there's plenty of opportunities to get kills, and you don't have to get it all in one life either, which really helps. So in this case, of course, I believe I am going to get 5 kills in one life in this tank. I don't think I showed the entire thing on screen, but even if I hadn't, I can always respawn another tank. I can come back and cast. You can do pretty much anything you want. As long as you get 5 kills by the end of the match, you're guaranteed to go to the next stage. And as you saw, this is also one of the 500k rewards. So you get Silver Lions just for playing the game. I would recommend, if you have like a nice cheap rank 3 premium or something like that, go ahead and use that. You can gain some extra Silver Lions while you're also playing. But regardless, you're gaining Silver Lions while you play, and then after you get at least 10 matches, and you don't have to get them 10 in a row. You do have some error, just in case. I believe it's 6 matches you can go without actually hitting that. But as long as you get 10 matches, free 500k Silver Lions. It's 500,000 right there. That's about half of one of your rank 8 premiums. So if you can do this twice, you're pretty much set. Because you're going to have all the Silver Lions you gain just from playing the game, and you're going to have 1,000,000 Silver Lions along top of that. So I would recommend heavy tanks, other stuff like that, or if there's a vehicle you perform well in, just something rank 3 and above that you get lots of kills, and that's all you need. Now, my last one, the one I'm going to go the most in depth into, is Naval. So I understand a lot of y'all are probably going to click off right now. Many people aren't interested in playing Naval. But to be honest, it's probably the best option when it comes to Silver Lion grinding. Gaijin knows that people aren't that interested in playing Naval, and so they have given it incredibly high Silver Lion modifiers. Personally, I still enjoy it. Even if you don't, I know a lot of people that don't enjoy playing Naval, and so they go ahead and they literally just play it to grind Silver Lions. And it makes sense. As you can see right here, I'm showing the stat card with Frank Knox. If you look at the Silver Lion modifier down there, it's 1200%. Same thing for the Moffat as well. Both of these cost less than 20 bucks. If you get them on sale, most likely less than 10. Definitely for the Frank Knox. So I would highly recommend, if you're really short on Silver Lions, you can go ahead and pick up one of these right here. Give it a try, see if you like it, and it's just the best way to earn Silver Lions, honestly. It does take a bit of learning. You got to figure out, just like in tanks, you got to figure out where all the ammo and everything else is. But once you get that down, you start racking up 8, 10, 15,000 damage. You can start bringing in pretty considerable profits, even on a loss, more than 100k Silver Lions per game. So, of course, you can still make plenty of Silver Lions in Tank RB and in Air RB, so you don't have to feel obligated to go play Naval if you don't want to. But if you're really short on Silver Lions and you're worried about it, this is just the best option, to be honest. Nothing else just has the consistently high Silver Lion earnings. Like, I'm talking 20,000 Silver Lions just for capturing a point by yourself, you know. 12,000 Silver Lions for killing a ship. Just absolutely ridiculous rewards, which is kind of insane for any other game mode if you think about it. You know, if you hop into a plane, you might get 5 or 6k for killing something, and then you only get 3 kills. Where Naval has respawns, just like tanks, so you both get the respawns and you get the insane amount of money that you can get from the higher multipliers. You can also go ahead and stack the other benefits that I was talking about on top of the just higher base Silver Lion earning you already get. So you can go ahead and use Anti-Mech, which can give you 3 times the Silver Lions in there. You can also use the 5 kill wagers that we were talking about earlier as well. So that's an additional 500k right there as well. So just you get higher earnings right off the bat. You can still use everything else from the other game modes. It's just honestly the most ridiculous way to go ahead and grind Silver Lions that Gaijin has given us. And it's just purely because they want people to play the mode. So I would highly recommend you go ahead and give it a shot, see if you like it. If you don't, oh well, no biggie. If you do, well then you've just earned yourself the best way to go ahead and grind Silver Lions that you can get. So, I am about to go ahead and flash some earnings up here on the board here in a sec. This one right here I did actually lose. I'm still going to earn over 100,000 Silver Lions just because I did 10,000 damage. That's going to flash up here. And that is just normal earnings that you're going to get in almost every single match as long as you do really somewhat decent at it. Now, when it comes to good games, when you stack those benefits I was talking about, you can get upwards of 1 million a game. Just let that sink in for a second. But hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful day, and let me know in the comments below what you think the best method is. Peace.